Hi, and welcome back to Wicked Wands Tarot. My name's Carmen, and today we have a reading for you about, I think for the majority of you, this King of Pentacles in the reverse is indicative of some financial slowdown or some unexpected costs around the house or for your car. Something that makes you feel a little bit like you don't have enough in terms of savings, or you might have to be a little bit like paycheck to paycheck. Some of you may be, trying to make sure you can do the most as far as Christmas, but still get everything paid. But we have this Temperance card, which is a nice way to end the trio that suggests that we have a return to balance or something that evens out for you with regards to stability. For some of you, this King of Pentacles in the reverse could actually be more so about whether or not you feel like you have a stable connection with the person that you're dating or living with. Again, I think for the majority of you, it's money. Hello there, Peggy. Hello, Grant. Hello, Faith. How we doing? Maybe just a little bit. I can't not do a live though. So I got home 2.5 hours ago, 3 hours ago. So I did, allow myself like a Twilight Zone. I missed you too. How's it going, Aqua Beauty? Hello, Debbie. Hello, Archetype. Hello, George. How are we doing? It's like a little bit dark. Let's see if we can fix that at all. I think I need some more candles, you guys. All right, let's dive in. Wait, hold on. Count in spirit with a little bit of wind chime time. Right? I don't think I did that, you guys. See, I didn't do it yesterday. You get a little out of habit, and then it's so weird. I hope you're having a wonderful day, night, evening, afternoon, middle of the night, whatever it is for you. Let's see what we have for you. If you are in need of a personal reading, my email address is in the description box below. Hello there, James. How are you doing? So we have the High Priestess in reverse. This is the Meta Muse, by the way. Ace of Wands in the reverse and the Eight of Pentacles. This is an unforeseen problem that arises with the Ace of Wands in the reverse. This feels to me like a sense like I should have expected that, or I should have planned for that. I do feel like maybe somebody's being a little bit overly harsh on themselves. So don't be too cruel, right? Just learn from whatever it is. With this High Priestess in the reverse, it's like, I'll know about that the next time, right? But we've got the Eight of Pentacles, so could be that you're, expecting a bonus, or maybe you're working overtime, but you are doing whatever you can to make sure that you're able to address this. If this is not a financial situation, this is, I'm putting in the work to make sure you know that you're my priority. Hello, Johnny. How are you doing? I can't help it. Whenever I read those two words, I hear good evening. It's got to be all fancy like, okay? Wow. Ace of Swords with the Queen of Swords. This is you. You understand the truth. You are smarter for what you've gone through. It hasn't been a waste, right? You're not over here like ignoring all the signs or repeating the same thing. I'm not saying you never did it, but you're not right now. And that's a good thing. Okay. Queen of Swords is giving like wisdom. People may go to you for advice. You appreciate the truth, right? You're not going to really be putting up with people that have, a desire to speak out of both sides of their mouth. You're going to be like, you're going to have to tell me exactly what it is that you're thinking. Hello there, Jess. How's it going? What else do we have, please? Keep in mind, we don't want to look too closely at that gender, right? Because we have the King of Pentacles in the reverse and the Queen of Swords. And that, in my mind, I'm seeing that as the same person. Somebody who maybe took a misstep, or somebody who didn't plan for something, somebody who wishes they'd saved more or made a different choice in terms of maybe their living situation. But this is being like looked at as lesson learned. It's okay. I know now what to do. I've put in some energy or some time to address whatever this is. We have the Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. This, I like this because it's behind the Queen of Swords, but I want to clarify it. This is interesting because we literally have 3 aces. That's out of 6. So 50% of the cards that I've pulled from this deck are aces, and there's only 4 of them, and there are 78 cards. I need a statistician. Hello there, Nathaniel. How are you doing? Let's see what else this Ace of Pentacles in the reverse is. Six of Pentacles, another reference to things being balanced out, like the temperance that we had at the beginning. Six of Pentacles, Queen of Wands in the reverse, 7 of Swords, and the 9 of Wands in the reverse. I see somebody who put their trust in a person they shouldn't have. So you may have paid somebody to, let's use the example of some renovations on your house. Maybe you needed to build a deck out back. Maybe you needed to remodel the kitchen or the bathroom. But with the Queen of Wands in the reverse, the energy that I'm seeing here is working with somebody or trusting someone if it's a romantic situation that is not very trustworthy. With the Queen of Wands in the reverse, what I get primarily is somebody that is flighty, flaky, difficult to get to follow through on promises. So if there was a contract with this person, whether it's a living situation or they're literally doing work for you, I feel at this point now, you don't know if you're able to actually do anything to salvage this or address it, make it better. This person lied about something, perhaps about work being done or how work would be done, what materials would be used, any number of variations, right? With the 9 of Wands in the reverse, it's kind of looking like somebody's like, it is what it is. I don't know that I can do anything to change this at this point. Princess of Wands or Page of Wands in the reverse, and the 3 of Cups in the reverse. There could be a friendship that ended because of whatever this loss or this setback, disappointment, or cost was. But it definitely seems to be bad news. I did a couple of days ago watch the episode from I Love Lucy when Lucy and Ricky sell their old washer, like washer and dryer, but washer, to Fred and Ethel. And Ricky at the beginning of the episode is like, you know, my father always told me don't do business with friends. And that was something they probably should have listened to, because by the end of the episode, there were quite a lot of struggles. And a washer that flew off down onto the like parking lot below or whatever. And it did cause some issues with the friendship. So this could be somebody who is questioning whether or not there's actually a desire to be there for someone or follow through on what's been promised. There could be, with the 3 of Cups in the reverse, somebody who didn't follow what was signed in the contract, somebody who moved out when they have a lease. There's a number of things here. It just, the main concept is you said you were going to do something, or I spent money on something, and now I feel like that money wasn't really a good expenditure, or it didn't really go the way I wanted it to. Hello there. How's it going, Semper Fi? Derek Zealander. Oh gosh. Is this a joke? How do you expect him to fit in there? I don't know if that's actually what he says about it, but just like like weird way he likes to talk. All right, Page of Cups, Fool in the reverse, Eight of Swords in the reverse, and the Nine of Cups. I mean, it's an offer that was too good to be true. Could be a car that ends up being a lemon, could be a house that you didn't realize needs everything replaced. But it does feel like initially it was a better opportunity, or it seemed better. And now looking back, it's like, wow, I don't know why I made that choice, but at least at this point I can, move forward. Eight of Swords in the reverse. This is somebody who's saying, I'm not going to let this like ruin my day, right? There are times where I can get a little feisty on like the interstate or the highway because nobody else knows how to drive, just me. It's definitely not true. But I also am generally pretty quick to remind myself, like, I don't want to give anybody, especially a stranger in a car that I'll never see again, that much power over my day. So I try to take like the Forrest Gump approach and just be like, if anybody's like really getting in my face in terms of road rage, or just like don't engage, because sometimes my face just irritates people. All right. Moon and Six of Wands in the reverse. Sorry. There is it's like what happened in terms of this loss or this feeling that you didn't get what you paid for. It's definitely coming through as maybe you even blaming yourself or looking at it as a failure. I don't want you to be too harsh on yourself. We have to learn from these things. But if there are people out there that are just kind of, not great and they don't do what they said, then, we pick ourselves up, we adjust, and we move forward. Maybe you need to read contracts more closely. Maybe you need to negotiate contracts. Maybe you need to stop using dating apps. I don't know. There's an adjustment here, and I feel like you know what it is. So we've got the Page of Cups clarified by the Ten of Cups. It's like, yeah, I know that offer wasn't quite what I actually wanted. So this could be a reference to somebody's home, like that remodeling project idea, or the idea of it being more of like a romantic situation. But we have the Emperor. Now that I've learned this, now that I've gone through this situation, I can learn from it. I'm not going to make the same mistake, Yeah, look at that. I love it. So we have Emperor and Empress. So for many of you, this is saying you have a pretty great understanding now of the feminine and the masculine energy, right? You can do what you need to do to leverage this intuition that may have been a little bit of a challenge for whoever this is initially, because we did have the High Priestess in the reverse. So now that we have Ten of Cups, Emperor, Empress, this is somebody who's saying, okay, I realize now that I can't just look at facts. I can't just look at whatever is written on paper. Sometimes I have to listen to my gut or consult with my intuition and see what I'm thinking about somebody else, right? Hello, dude. How are you doing? It is a little bit late, but not too bad. Only like a little after 8. You guys act like I go to bed at like 9 o'clock or something. Come on, guys. Come on. And don't you worry, I do have some short videos to post for you all too. The monsters. Hello, Rachel. How you doing, hun? What's up, Tiana? So we have the Seven of Swords, the Queen of Pentacles, and the Ten of Wands. This sense of failure is coming to a close. Interesting to see the Seven of Swords again. It's like now I'm on to people that try to offer things that maybe look like what I want, but aren't what I want. For some of you, this is like, I'm not going to pay somebody to do something I could do myself. I'm not going to say I'm like the best ever, but I've experienced, tiling floors, doing backsplash, doing lots of painting, removing wallpaper. Don't ever make me do that again. I hated it so much. But this could be somebody deciding, I'm not going to pay somebody else to do something that I could do myself. I'm going to do this myself. Or I'm not going to trust somebody. I'm not going to make this offer of stability or companionship unless I know I'm getting that back from them, right? This is, I know where I went wrong. I'm not going to do that anymore. All right, this is the situations deck. Hello there, Dave. How are you today? I hope, Dave, that you saw my live stream yesterday where I did the whip with my mom. I don't think I've ever had anybody else on my channel before. But it was fun to introduce you all to my mom. I didn't even properly introduce her, but that's my bad. After we did that live stream, later in the day, we had to go run some errands, and we got to laughing so hard, the two of us, that I was literally doubled over. My abs were killing me, and I was crying. We get into some chuckles and some trouble every now and then. Hello, Dr. Emery. Yes, exactly. It's improvement for the wallet. Hey, it's, holiday season, so there are people probably getting a couple extra pounds, and the wallet's going to get a little fatter too, okay? But we've had some issues here in terms of who you were dealing with. Again, could be a relationship, could be a friendship for some of you, but I really do feel like it would be something where your money would be affected. So unless you're in the habit of constantly buying things for your friends, probably not. But this is, I feel alone or I feel upset because I have dealt with somebody that was unwilling to do right by me or do what they said they would do. Oh, so we have an unexpected visit. Yeah, it's at the end of the video I did yesterday. You can tell it's not my normal background. I'm so glad you did. I'm sure you saw Dude where I was just literally like, is Dude on here yet? Because if I do this and he's not, I'm kidding. All right. So we've got the reconciliation card, single in the reverse, and receipts, proof, show me. Yeah, I mean, there's a question mark here in terms of whether or not, so remember this single card could be talking about a contract, doesn't have to be a relationship, right? It's I don't know, do I really want to continue to work with this person or deal with this person if they're toxic? Every time I work with this person or if I, deal with them, I feel like it's not necessarily a good thing. And then we have this receipt popping up. So this is interesting, especially if we're talking about an expense. You could see that somebody lied about how much a part costs or how much labor costs or how much materials cost or whatever. You could have somebody that told you they were going one place, but they were really going another place. But I do feel like there's something auditable here, something you can read, something you can check against, and you're like, this doesn't look right to me. That's awesome. Hello, Atala. How are you doing? All right, we got the Two of Cups in the reverse and the Lovers and the Empress. Oh my, okay. This is interesting. This feels to me like we have somebody that has chosen to end this contract or this relationship because they know it's better for their mental health or their pocketbook. Remember, the Lovers doesn't have to be about soulmates. In this situation, I feel like this is somebody choosing themselves, doing what's right for their situation instead of maybe being pressured into something else. Yeah. Death, Eight of Wands in the reverse. For some of you, this person was supposed to be somewhere and they were like a no-call, no-show. But we have this other Queen of Wands. This is not our Queen of Wands in the reverse because this is after the Ten of Wands. So we have somebody else showing up. They could be maybe like what you were initially wanting in terms of a relationship or this partner, whoever you're working with. Yeah, because this is somebody new. Seven of Wands in the reverse again. Hierophant in the reverse. This feels like taking a little bit of a risk on something new or something you don't really have a lot of information on. This feels like a little bit whimsical. I don't know why that's the word I want to use, but it's kind of like, this feels like the right thing to do. I know it's not what I normally did, but I'm going to go for it. That's how things are going to go. And I do think it's not what other people would do. So some of you may be creating another revenue stream. Some of you may be inheriting money and investing it in a way that other people don't understand. Some of you are divorcing and nobody thought you would do that. We have Hermit in the reverse and Strength. There's a person that offers you like solace or comfort or companionship when you're a little bit frustrated or isolated. This is the signs of the times. Oops. You're good, Peggy. You guys are so nice to each other. I love it. Are you guys going to have a Cali meetup? We've got number 30, smiley face, joy. Number 36, succulence, resilience. 31, globe, possibility. Some of you may have an opportunity to move. Some of you may be getting a new job offer. Some of you may be moving to live with somebody that you care deeply about. But I do see something that's going to make you feel like you made it through like the desert. And now you have found what you need. Like you got to the ocean over here. You made it through when you needed to kind of, you know, be a little bit more frugal or be a little bit more reserved. And things are going to feel a little bit different because your willingness to pursue a different environment, a different connection, a different job. Number 21, which is the mountain. Number 13, which is the child. Number 20, which is the garden. The child is in the reverse. So I kind of feel like for some of you, there could be a community or somebody in particular that you haven't seen in a while, and you're going to have that connection come back around. Don't really feel like that's romantic for most of you. This could be like an old friend. This could be for some of you that you're moving back to your hometown. There is a little bit of a warning here, though. We have the labyrinth. I know it's labyrinth, but it's just how I'm going to say it, okay? We got number 7, which is the snake, and it makes me feel like we have a person that talks in circles, somebody that makes things overly complicated. Maybe they like want you to get bored listening to them, but they are lying. I feel like for many of you, this is somebody who's lying about what they do, what they have experience in, or what they've been educated in, what they really know. They might just really like to pretend they're the smartest person in the room, or they're specifically trying to get a job or like a relationship based off of a lie. Let's see. This is the Fairy Lenormand. Hello, Elizabeth. How are you doing? Oh, you guys, look what's in here. How'd you get in there? Oh, I picked you up from there. Wild. Ooh, we've got the woman, number 29. Number 36, which is the cross, that talks about like the dark night of the soul or spiritual awakening. I feel like this is saying for many of you, you dealt with a masculine energy that was not quite honest with you. For others of you, this is somebody who had a little bit of an issue because they were only leveraging the masculine side. They weren't leveraging the feminine side or their intuition. As a result, they were dealing with people that were not trustworthy. But this person, whoever it is, King of Pentacles in the reverse, Queen of Swords, has been able to see things differently. They have a stronger connection to their intuition. And I feel like they're looking at life a little differently now. We have number 25, which is the ring. And number 20, again, which is the garden. This talks about community, right? So for some of you, this is a person that is concerned about their reputation within the community, whether that's about getting married or a contract or the business that you do with each other. There's definitely a concern, how do other people look at what's happening, or how do other people look at me? This is the Kipper. Hello, upper echelon. How are you doing? Ooh, very nice. Coffin in the reverse and community in the reverse with mature woman. This is that Empress energy. We have somebody who's willing to move to another place or work within another community, deal with different friends, maybe even wants to kind of cut off some family members or an ex. But this is somebody who's saying, I know that I don't need to be doing that, or I know that I want to focus on this, or I know that I'll be happier if I'm over there. All right, this is the Hocus Pocus deck. It's kind of a weird one, huh? The Star in the reverse. 5 of Pumpkins, which is the 5 of Pentacles. And the Queen of Lightning, our Queen of Swords again. That's that feeling of lack or not having enough money or being concerned about whether or not, maybe my savings account has gotten low. 2 cups in the reverse, 4 of potions or 4 of cups in the reverse. But if you felt rejected or like you've been waiting for this offer, there's something that's about to change. There could be somebody, like a room where you are not, where people are talking about you. There's something in particular that you bring to the table, some insight that you have that addresses a gap or a void that they have. If this is a romantic situation, we have somebody that has gone through a breakup and they see this Queen of Swords as somebody that is intriguing, or like, I wish I could have a 3-hour long conversation with you and not be worried about being late to go anywhere. This is, I need to find out more about you, or I feel like there's a reason, I met you or you applied, whatever it is. So we have the King of Swords or the King of Lightning, the Page of Candles or the Page of Wands, and the 7 of Candles in the reverse again, which we've had 3 times now, I think. So there is advice here for you to communicate in a bold way. I feel like this King of Swords is not you. I feel like this is somebody else. This is a person who's going to be asking you a question that makes you feel a little bit uncomfortable. And you're being encouraged to be authentic, a little bit bold. This is either obviously a love situation, or maybe you're negotiating your salary. Whatever it is, this is things getting easier for you with regards to your finances. 7 of Lightning, 2 of, I feel like there's going to be some sort of negotiations or some sort of like, you catch on to something. High Priestess in the reverse with the Fool. There's this new beginning that you don't see coming your way. You may be a little too focused thinking about what happened in the past to be, fully pivoted back towards what's going on, in a week or 2 weeks or a month or 2 months. So remember, you got to be able to forgive yourself with little things like that, or, bigger things like that. Don't want to waste energy thinking about what could have happened, what should have happened. Got to learn from it and move forward. So we have a willingness to let go of maybe some repetitive thoughts here. Whatever was holding somebody back, let go of that and not let it overwhelm you, right? If you spend too much time questioning what should I have done differently or what did I say wrong, it can become a little bit problematic, right? You still want to be engaging with the outside world, all of that. How did you, I keep doing this. I keep picking them up from the table, you guys. Seven of Pumpkins or the 7 of Pentacles, Justice in the reverse. Interesting. Knight of Lightning or Knight of Swords, 8 of Potions or 8 of Cups, and the King of Candles, which is the King of Wands. All of a sudden, there's something that changes. Maybe somebody who walks away. I feel like this is an opportunity to connect with the person that you're supposed to be working with, or the person that you're supposed to be loving. But it starts with walking away from something that is not working out for you, which makes a lot of sense, right? Walking away from whatever was creating some instability or some question marks in terms of whether or not it was worth it. Strength in the reverse, Knight of Pumpkins or Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Candles, and the Magician in the reverse. So this feels to me like there is going to be something that could kind of risk this for you if you're concerned that nothing's ever going to turn around or nothing good will happen. You could be putting too much negative energy out into the universe. Stop it. I want you to believe in yourself. See, this is you. This is your inspiration. Nate, this is your homework for tonight. This is your goal, okay? You're going to be thinking about just how awesome you are. Hello there, Bradley. Hello, Divinely Protected. Because you have this light within you. You have this awesome personality, things that you can bring to the world. I want you to be believing in yourself because that draws in what you're supposed to get. That's why we came out as the Queen of Wands, right? And the Queen of Swords, because we do have this Magician in the reverse. And I don't want you to be visualizing failure. I don't want you to be thinking what has recently happened is the only thing that you're going to experience going forward. Use words like I will and I'm going to instead of I want to or I hope to. I use the word hope like all the time, but I try as far as manifestation to make it something like inevitable or like it's already happened, right? That's fair, Bradley. Maybe that's what you need to be focused on. Ace of Pentacles in the reverse. That's interesting. And the Knight of Candles or Knight of Wands. This looks to me like somebody else has a loss and it gives you an opportunity because this is also kind of like Ace of Wands. So there's going to be an opportunity that opens up quickly. This is perhaps for your living situation, perhaps for your romance. Ooh. But confidence is required, and I believe in you. You got this. You can figure it out. Yes, and that is, it doesn't really do much for you, you know? All right, this is the Gypsy Oracle. Anything else we need to know? We have Young Woman in the reverse. And Priest in the reverse. So I feel like that's aligning with our Hierophant in the reverse. I was talking about maybe not believing in somebody or doing something a little bit out of the ordinary. With it being paired with the Young Woman in the reverse, this feels to me like somebody who's trying to come across as more trustworthy than they actually are. This could actually be somebody who lied about their age, but we have the House coming out. I do feel like some of you are working on a house or trying to sell a house, whatever it is. There was somebody here that you had to deal with that was not being honest with you or didn't seem to have the integrity you were hoping they would have. But we have sorrow in the reverse and cheerfulness. The universe is saying, don't worry, we got your back. We know that there was something here that wasn't fair. And we want you to be focused on the positives or bring in those positives, right? So don't worry, the universe is going to help you balance things out. That's why we had Temperance come out at the beginning, right? Oh, that's so nice. So I know I know that sometimes this card can scare people. It's actually one of my favorites. This is the Death card. But what I say is Angel. And this is next to conversation. There's going to be a conversation that happens. This could be that pop-up card that we had. And this conversation is going to make you feel that things are back on track or that things are better than they were initially. So keep positive frame of mind or, visualize things getting better, especially on the finance side of things. Okay. Hello there, Nick. How are you doing? All right. Thank you for the likes and subscribes. I will see you on the next reading. Toodles.